the union printed an article that brought calls for ASI to defund the publication. If you were president, how would you handle that kind of situation?
I think I was waiting for this question too. So if you don't know, I kind of disclosed earlier that I am a member of the American Indian Student Council, and I think this is, speaking at least as a member of that group, there was a lot of personal feelings, and I spoke with a lot of students that this was a very, very serious issue. I mean, we had so many stories that we talked about why this was so important, and I think the important thing that I told everybody, and this hasn't changed from, when we were talking to the Senate and doing these protests, is that the Union Weekly is not a bad paper. The fact that we have a student paper that's contributed all by students, run by students, I think that's great. We actually have in the archives for the American Indian Student Council, we have an article written by the Union Weekly that's great about the powwow. So my issue was not with the Union Weekly paper. My issue was, in fact, with the administrators who were leading the Union Weekly paper, Kevin O'Brien, and when me and other students sat down with them, and I think that those individuals may have been misled. I may not agree. I don't agree with their personal politics, but I think if I were the president, at least of ASI at that time, I would have ensured that, okay, look, we need to ensure that this isn't going to happen again. We would look at what exactly happened, what were the processes that actually failed to allow students to be heard like that, because we can't just hide behind free speech. We can't just say, well, we want to write whatever the hell we want. There's lines to everything. So if I were the ASI president, I would have looked at that, maybe set some students up to examine that, but then afterwards, once it's all done and over, what are we going to do to prevent this before? If a car gets hit over at train tracks, then you put bells and whistles there, so we know it's not going to happen again. So what are we going to do to ensure that that doesn't happen again? Is there going to be special training? Are we going to ensure that who we're hiring as the Union Weekly staff are going to be prepared for diversity and things like that? So that's what I would do.
Would anyone handle that differently as far as the unions?
Yeah, I think James did great.